Alright, so let's break down what's going on here. Certain individuals think that it's okay to kill animals just so they can benefit, well, they feel like they're benefiting from consuming their raw organs. I don't know how anyone that has wrote out their blood over intent and it says love all exclude none can't grab the concept of the key words love all. So if you love me, you still willing to kill me so you can benefit from something. I don't want you in my circle if that's the way you operate. If you're a cannibal eating organs from any animal, you would do that with a human. You'll be a cannibal either way. It doesn't matter if you're eating from an animal. That's raw flesh. You're a cannibal. You eating from a human being, raw flesh, organs. That's cannibal. They got brains, yes. They got hearts, yes. They got stomachs, yes. They got all the same things we have, just different. Created differently. Made differently. We are more, our physiologically, or physical body that's made up is more closer to a plant life animal than a carnivore animal. Another thing, if you believe in bringing heaven to earth, and that's what your intent is, and you spilled your spiritual currency over your written intent, one, you're casting a spell, you're doing white magic or dark magic, depending on what energy and frequency you're holding and what energy you're pulling in to you with your intent. Now, if you don't hold your intent, that's going to be a curse on you. You bound yourself to a contract with your spiritual currency, and by doing so, you are with holding yourself accountable to bring what you wrote. Whatever you wrote down in your intent, that's what you are holding yourself and binding yourself to do. And there's no way of getting out of it. It could be a curse to you if you don't live in what you wrote. Okay? It's spell casting. You casted a spell. You can't go against it once you done did it. So if you're bringing heaven to earth and you want to love all and exclude none, you want to free the world. You want to free all the animals. You want to free all the everything, right? You want to give everything and every living thing equal freedoms to do whatever they please, as long as it's not causing no harm, to live whatever way they want to live, as long as it's not harming the environment and harming the beings in the environment and harming the beings and all the living organisms. We got to get the world back to what it used to be, which is a silica life form, not a carbon life form. That's what everything is now. It's a carbon. So we need to get it back to a silica, where it's more consciousness. More. You have, if you look at all your tree stumps that look like mountains, people think they're mountains, are not mountains. They're tree stumps, and they're silica based. That's what they was until they was chopped down. And if you look back in ancient times, you can see carvings of these ancient saws where they were, cutting these big silica trees down that were very, very high in consciousness than what is today. Right now, everything is a carbon-based life form. Yes, it's conscious, but imagine what it was in a silica form. Imagine what it was doing. Imagine what it could do. The frequencies and vibrations and it was putting out, the energies it was putting out. So, anyways, so you take and you're caging in all these beings, these living creatures, when you're supposed to be trying to free them. You're supposed to be bringing heaven to earth and freeing and giving every living being an opportunity to live in harmony with each other, right? Well, how can you do that if you still believe in fencing them in? Ain't you fenced in? Ain't you domed in? Ain't you trying to get out of the matrix? Ain't you trying to escape? Ain't you trying to get eternal life? Ain't you trying to bring heaven to earth? Ain't you trying to change this matrix, change this world? Ain't that your intent? How can that be if you're not holding it and you are saying it's okay to keep on capturing and putting and fencing in these living beings so you can people can have them slaughtered and killed so you can eat their organs? Something is mentally messed up. That's totally wrong. And I can't believe that you would tell people that. So if you want to gain, so if you have a fellow being, what is the difference between you and why are you holding yourself higher than an animal when you're acting like an animal? What do you see animals do? Ain't you supposed to be with you if the creators gave you a more intellectual capacity and a better way of living, wouldn't you hold yourself more accountable and be more responsible and higher thinking than the animal and acting like the animal, acting like the fucking reptiles, being on a fight or flight mode? How can you not see this if you're so awake? You know, you're putting out information. And I'm not saying all the information that I have ever done is 100% accurate, but I can guarantee the information that I put out that came from my heart is accurate. You know, but on the little like small things, or, you know, maybe things that I have maybe over missed by accidentally, but most of this information that I put out, I speak my intent into the sun, and it's like it's just there. It just, you know, it's like a download. Boom, I got it. Or I'm tapping into my soul. I'm tapping into my heart frequency. So I can get information. I'm trying to make the connection so I can receive. But I know the shit that I tell on my channel that's from my heart. I know that's true because it's coming from my heart. You know? I know that. You know, not everybody's going to agree on things that's, you know, it's really so small in significance. But this is not small. This is very large because it's condoning in still taking and killing another being. And for a person to hold themselves over an animal when they're acting like an animal, when they're doing exactly what the animals do, then you know what? You're the animal too. You're an ill man. When you consume your brethrens